Yeah, hey everyone, it's Timothy again, and or DeltaPeng. DeltaPeng. Yeah. So, again, here's some more footage of classic Squiffer. I tried the new Squiffer lately, and it's okay. I do decently with it, but I like the classic Squiffer better. I like the tracking sub weapon's really nice. Okay, so as mentioned, see there's that area there. I'm covering it in paint. That hallway, just so if anyone comes by, if they try to run up it, they'll see, hey, there's ink in that quarter. I should approach it with caution. I shouldn't just run through it. Another point I didn't mention is that for snipers, you can see, the enemy can see where you're pointing. It's like from that they can see like the little laser thing I see, the little yellow line. I don't know how well you can see that, but they can see that as well. Somewhat. It's a little hard to see, but it'll show them where you're pointing and also show them your range. And so some things I try to do as a sniper, then, if you want to be sneaky, if you want to be sneaky, you can't always directly point when you're aiming. You could, but you might not want to always directly point at where you're aiming. Like, so they can see my scope, right? So like right here, my range here. The other sniper, I saw his line. He can see that I'm here because I'm aiming like that. So I think, well, to start, you probably just want to practice getting the shots. So here I'm covering this up. So here I'm covering it up because I don't want, here's the closest area to us, and I don't want anyone to do anything. So cover that corner, and cover the hallways. Oops. And here I can cover some more. The hallways are covered. So like there I can leave that like that for now. And the enemy, even though they have ink there, that slows them down some, makes them waste some time painting. And then some, like, I paint different lines like this because this is where someone might want to travel. So even though the whole thing is not painted, it'll make the enemy weary because there's multiple paths that you could approach from and you could travel from if you did happen to be hiding. Okay. So there, I tracked him from one end. So made him think I was over here, and then I sniped him on this end. Sneaky things like that. Or because I know that people can see my cursor, if I'm pointing directly at them, they'll see where I'm aiming, so I might point to the side somewhere. Oops. Yeah, that's the right guy. Point to the side somewhere. Or kind of like, let's say, if they were higher up, like if they were up here, I might point down here while I'm charging, and then come up and shoot them. Whereas if I was charging like this and trying to aim, if I missed them, or if I wasn't directly on them or behind them, then they could see my line and they could see that I was sniping at them. So that's based on where you're pointing, you could try to mislead them, like misdirect them, or you could, or if you're not careful, you could give away where you're located and that you're aiming at them. So it's kind of you can use both of that to your advantage. So here I'm sneaking this way, but I could paint a little this way. Yeah, I probably should have checked to see if there's a guy there first. But I could paint a little this way, so if anyone's coming, they might spend a few seconds painting this just to make sure no one, make sure that me or no one else is hiding there. So now I'm sneaking into their base. Hello, friend. I charged faster than you. Oh, there we go. I remember to use my GoPro. Hello, friends. Let's see it. So I'm definitely distracting their whole team right now. Ooh, I charge so fast, it's amazing! There he is. Ah, no. Okay, good. Great team. Yes, great team. So you can see now I painted, I've caused wreaked havoc in their base. Wreaked havoc in their base, you know, made like 3 of them stop to try to get me because I'm in their base. And if you notice on the screen, the right, you know, that's pretty much the whole map is covered in on color. So like, I was I guess the rogue agent. I kind of snuck in from the side, painted the base, which you know severely hinders their movement. And since I'm in the base sniping them, they want to get rid of me. So while like I'm distracting 2 or 3 of them, the rest of my team can go off, get the Rainmaker, and win. Kind of like that. So that's a strategy you can do if you can sneak in, and that can work with any weapon type. It doesn't have to be the Charger. The good thing, well, if you're a Charger, generally you want to be far away, but classic Squiffer works really well for mid-range, close range, because it charges so fast. You know, if you see them before they see you, you know, and if you're a good shot, you know, if they don't react to you within 2 to 5 seconds, or you know, more if you miss a few times, then you basically got them. So there's a, it's quite handy as a semi-close range, mid-range weapon. And you know, again, it paints really well. It's very efficient on ink, and so it's quite nice, quite nice. So this is where our base is. Here, I want to make sure if they happen to get past us, that they can get too far ahead with that Rainmaker. And so, paint a few deserves that goes in. Make sure there's some good pathways. Oops. Ah, no. I was expecting that cracking down. If I had some. Nope. Okay, well, that round didn't go as well. But yes. Unfortunately, my shot is not the best on some angles. I think when I'm higher up, I need to work on my shot. I tend to hit the ground, or but usually when I'm like the same height, or not too different, or if I'm below, I can hit them pretty well. Yeah. But still, finding a good vantage point, you can still like, you know, I can still charge the Squiffer and paint paint the ground and cover the base. So, and again, Chargers are really good at that because they just paint in a straight line. So they're good for covering distance and area. And whereas the guns are better at spraying wider area, but less, I guess, less accuracy in some ways. Less. The Charger, you can just, you know, again, spray the lines so that you have clear roads directly towards the hallways, and or blocking the hallways if you need to, and then the rest of your team can fill in the gaps. Alright, let's do better this time. So here, I guess when I'm higher up, I need to shoot a little higher up so that I don't hit this thing instead of actually shooting where I want to shoot. That's something in general to get used to. You just have to aim a little bit higher than. Yep, he's right there. Range. Yeah. Oh, well. You might have missed it. The Charger trying to get me. He's down here somewhere. There he is. So we stopped their advance, but they're still pretty close to the base. And they just got it in. Let's see. Come on, stop him. He's right there. Thank you. Thank you, Soft. So yeah, there's the Rainmaker shield. We splatted it, so it sprayed and covered the immediate area in our color. Oh, come on. He's right there. And bubble. Okay, I can bubble too. Yeah, you better run. So right now we definitely need to cover up. What are you here? I'll do super jump here. Hello. Ah! Lagged a little bit, and you got me too. So yeah, we need to get them out of the base. With that's making sure. Okay, so while we move freely in our ink, if you're walking in enemy ink, you'll take damage and then you are very slow and you can't be in squid form. And so that's pretty helpful as well. And another good reason why you want everything covered well. Oops, there's one down. Something like this. I should probably set them. Ah, the roller. Let's see, I have my bubbler again. Always have my bubbler. I'm sure I should use it. Where's my thing? Oops. Ah, there's true. This might be the end. Come on, team, do it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So there, the team super jumped and picked it up, but since we're all right here, it's kind of like, you're just gonna lose it again. Oh gosh, I don't think so. How do you like them? That's right. So usually specials, if you do it right, you can usually get one, at least one KO off of it. Okay, so that's a good one. So I'm kind of playing the defensive long-term game here. So I could be up there, but I'm kind of like instead changing the battlefield for our favor in case we don't succeed in that run. Oh gosh! In case we don't succeed in that run. Lately, I tend to play the long-term strategy more, but it is helpful sometimes to just rush it. You got me too, but it slows since I got the Rainmaker, it slows them down. So here, I can just intimidate them since my charges nearby. Gosh. Yeah, well, we did better. We did better. Yeah, sometimes it's good just to rush it, because you can sometimes just take it and win that way, or just rush it and get the lead, so that if the time runs out, you guys will win. But if our base is heavily covered, then I like to try to paint it instead. Depends where we're at, and depends on the situation. Sometimes you can see on the top screen how many of their inklings are still in play. So like if you're paying attention and you notice that a 2 or more of them got taken out recently, or if the whole team's out, then you know for sure just rush it and get as far as you can. And then once you start seeing them respawn, then you can back off a bit. I'd say that's probably the main advice for this weapon and some of how to use it. Just get the KOs. You know, if you need to track them or if you know you're about to get destroyed, you might as well try to track them so that someone else can get, or try to throw a tracker bomb and get them. Someone else can try to get them. It's kind of a good mix. Ideally, you want to do a good mix of offensive, defensive stuff with this weapon now. Me, I haven't done that much stuff lately. I've been kind of doing defensively painting, defensive, offensively painting, you know, more like the support painting pathways. Where am I going? Ah, oh, that one. Dark sounded. Nice. So far, 3-1. We took out 3 of their guys, there's 3 of us still left, so pretty good. There's like a super jump in here, I guess so. I mean, sometimes it works, but if all of our team is just lying in wait, then it's not a good idea to super jump like that. Just, let's see. I've noticed sometimes, lately, sometimes I've been throwing shotgun bombs when I should just be sniping them. Okay. So the Rainmaker shield, when it splatted, it got the other guy. So far they're heading distance, but we're doing pretty well. Good. There's only one of them left, so I say, come on, as a way to like let them know. Move, move, there's only one of them. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so sometimes if I notice, hey, their team is down, like there's 3 guys down and only 1 left. So I said, come on, to let them know, hey, pay attention, you know, there's something going on either where I'm at, which in this case wasn't the case, because I was at the spawn point. But I noticed there's only 3 of them left, so kind of give them a heads up, hey, now's the time to rush, go for it. And it looks like we did, and claimed the victory, so go team. But that round, you could tell we were doing pretty well, and you know, I got a good number of shots off, and got a good number of splats. Had the top half of the map covered. Yeah. Also, another thing I noticed, you know, based on how your team is doing, sometimes you just want to take out the Rainmaker if the enemy has it and just leave it sitting there so that you can do other things. Because as long as the Rainmaker shield is up, in order to like claim the Rainmaker, one of the teams will have to, you know, shoot the shield with enough ink to break it. But while they're doing that, you know, it takes some time. It uses up their ink, such that they would have to like probably recharge. If there's only 1 or 2 people, they'd probably have to recharge after. And so while it's just sitting around, you can like be in the surrounding area painting things or lying in wait for the opposing team to come and try to get it, so that you can sneak attack them when that happens. Here we go. Painting some different pathways here. Sneak attack. Cover this area first. Cover the top area. I don't like to be surprised. Hello, friend. I see you. Or while it's open, like the shield's gone, I could just be sitting here with my sniper, waiting for someone to come and claim it. I wonder if he saw me. He might have. Or not. Oops, sorry, crap. I remembered! I remembered! Okay, so paint some pathways down there too, so. Oh, yeah. So yeah, we're doing pretty well right now. Rainmaker's going. This spot should be covered. Yeah, just give us more options to. This spot should be covered too. I don't know if I'm running through. Let's see. Or you know, if my team is gone, I can just I can stall them. Kraken's pretty bad. He's invincible. And he creates a pathway, so the Rainmaker could easily follow him. That Kraken. Yeah, I think so. I got the range on me. I think you're not switching. Okay, good. So our ears cover up again. We're good on the defensive ink standpoint. Let's see where we go. Nice. Just like that. Oh, we lost the lead. Oh yeah. So if the enemy has it, sometimes I'll say, come on, if I'm distracted here, I'm painting and other stuff. Sometimes the enemy is pretty close, or they got their Rainmaker pretty close to our base. So if I notice that, I might say, hey, come on, everyone, you know, you gotta divert our attention, because they got distracted. Hello, friends. Yep, I'm invincible right now. Yeah, when someone loses the Rainmaker and the Rainmaker comes back up too, when it recreates the shield, it can spot. So you have to be careful. We need to get the lead. Ah! We need to get the lead. Some of these games, if you have evenly skilled people or otherwise, or sometimes a team's really good at stalling. So we wanna claim the lead just in case none of us can get a decisive victory. Oh yeah, so here's there's someone behind me. I just spot you? I don't think so. Yeah, that was a good shot. There, friend. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah. So here, I'm not getting the Rainmaker directly, and I'm not too close to it, because that's where all the enemy is. So here I purposely stayed back a little bit, so that other people could super jump to me, and we could kind of like, you know, they could respawn and we could reclaim. Come on, here's a path, here's a direct path, where are you? Did they claim it? Dang it, they had it. I thought we had it. Get him! Ah! That was close. That was a good round, though. Good round. Yeah, so in that case, I stayed back a bit. Let everyone super jump to me, let my team respawn, so that we could regain footing. And then if we had claimed it that time, that Rainmaker, I was basically at the Rainmaker base, and it had a small path to it, so we might have been able to jump it to the end, but yeah, that's fine. It was a fun round though. It was nice and close. So kudos to the other team as well. Good competition. Alright, I guess that's all for now. Don't want it to be too long. But that's the classic Squiffer. I feel like it's a weapon not a lot of people use, but it's pretty neat, and it's pretty fun once you get the hang of it.